dismiss.
The court mentioned any reason for dismiss?
The court actually did not seize the opportunity to look at the law on responsibilities of police, the statutory duties of the police. You see, lately we even have incidences where political meetings were disrupted by outsiders and the police did not take action to stop it. Now this is what I am saying. To what extent the statutory duty and common law duty of the police exists in our country. You see, I give you an example of the Yorkshire Reapers case. In England, this guy went around murdering young women. And one such girl was murdered. The mother took up the action against the police force and said the police should have prevented my daughter being murdered. But that kind of situation can be drawn a parallel to the acid throwing case in our country. You know, you cannot blame the police because they cannot go around simply catching people. But in Kampung Medan, it's different. In Kampung Medan, it's different because 9 square kilometers, 2,053 police personnel deployed, FRU, water cannon, 24-hour roadblocks, and yet evidence was led, which was not challenged, that 20, 30 scores of people, armed men, went around attacking people, and as a result, 6 died and almost 100 were injured. These are all facts and public knowledge, which the respondents did not deny as well. So surely this court has a responsibility to address this. Instead of saying the High Court should have dealt with it, the High Court didn't deal, that's why we went to the Court of Appeal. And if the Court of Appeal didn't deal with it, and nowadays they are giving 5-minute justice in the Court of Appeal, then it's your duty to look at it. You have to sift through and find a way to put the law in order, which they did not seize the opportunity today. So this is the last. I think the victims have got no other recourse. Maybe what I will do is, because this incident happened in Selangor, I will write to the Selangor government to give some compassionate payments to them, because it is a well-known fact that these people were injured in Kampung Medan. So somebody has got to be responsible for this. The government of the day must be responsible for this. Of course, this happened in 2001. It is now 11 years. And I feel sorry for these victims. Just because the High Court judge found it as a matter of fact differently, that doesn't mean the Court of Appeal and Federal Court cannot overturn it. They can. Somehow I find that there is a reluctance on our courts. They went on public policy. They opening the floodgates. Even if how can it open the floodgates? You state down the law. In what circumstances the police are responsible. That's what we want.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's very dangerous. The police can just rely on this decision, or we are not responsible.
When the judge did mention something that this was a question of fact and not a question of law.
Yeah. See, at the federal court, the federal court will only look at questions of law. The basis of coming to the federal court is if it involves new areas of law, or a further development of the law, or of public importance. Surely this is of public importance. No need to tell them. 5 very senior judges are sitting there. Surely this is of public importance, involving public vis-a-vis and police. Surely we need to know to what extent we are protected. I think they missed the opportunity to address that. Maybe some other time, some other quorum may look at it. I do not know. But I will not come back here for a review, because I do not see that there is seriousness in addressing the law here. I don't see that. I was really happy the 5 quorum, including the CJ. CJ of the Federal Court was the chair, but they missed the opportunities. Now I'm wondering, is it any wonder why people are throwing shoes at the bench? Because look at these people. The Court of Appeal gave 10,000 costs against them some more. We already victimized, injured. The AG's office admit that they were injured. There's medical report. Yeah? Yeah, people died, 6 died. And,
the case in the Court of Appeal, there were 7, but this time there's 5. What happened to the others?
2 backed out because I think they got tired. They said, I don't think we will get justice. They backed out. Two others, Tamil Selvan and Ambarasan. Tamil Selvan and Ambarasan, they pulled out.
Well, could you elaborate what does the CJ mean when he say that open up the floodgate?
I think, you see, in cases involving police, there is such a thing as public policy. You see, the police cannot be held responsible for everything that goes wrong outside there. So they said if we allow this, then every person who gets murdered, their family might start a case. The police didn't give protection and all that. But Kampung Medan is a different set of situation revolving around its own facts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. We cannot compare this. This is a unique case.
Special circumstances.
When were the 5 injured? Which day?
They
March,
were between March 9 and 13.
March 9
And 13 2001.
Or how many incidents that in front at police presence?
In these 5, at least 3.
At least 3.
Yeah, their police report said police were there standing by and did not do anything to stop the attacks. Very clearly. In fact, if I am a judge, I will be disturbed by this.
Okay.
How can? And
How
the police
many
report was not
police
challenged.
present? How many police personnel?
They said a few. They said a
Few.
few police.
And how far is the police from that?
Very near, it's about 10 feet away. They
10
just stood
feet.
by and watched. That's the most disturbing part of this case.
Stood by and
Yes.
That-
And we are
that
not
was
surprised.
inside the statement of claim.
Yes.
Okay.
In the statement of claim, they just generally mentioned that the police were there, and we did not get the protection.
In the statement of claim, was the date March 9 to 13? Or is it 8 to 22?
8 actually started, but these 5 involve 9 to 13. These 5 involve 9 to 13. You see, it's very disturbing because now we are more convinced that this could have happened because of the recent incidences where certain meetings were disrupted and police did not do anything. Some people were even beaten up. Police didn't take any action. So could that have happened in Kampung Medan also? So this is a golden opportunity the federal court let it slip by. Instead, they could have checked the police.
Okay. So, is the floodgate part of the reason that CJ mainly?
I think they were more concerned about the floodgates and public policy.
Is that the reason that they reject?
I think so. That is the main reason they
But
rejected.
when he make judgment, he didn't say reason, right?
He didn't give reason. This is leave application. They don't have to give reasons. It's unanimous somehow.
Unanimous.
சரிங்களா வந்ததுக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி நான் காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணுறேன் வணக்கம்